But let's go down to the one and only Andy Moore, as Andy Moore, I believe, is set to start a lap here in Silverstone. Mr. Moore in the Red Bull takes that first corner very nicely into the left-hander. Straightens out the steering wheel very nicely. Now DRS is on. The power is down to the maximum. We're looking at the TikTok Verstappen flying in qualifying. Not quite a purple sector 1 though. But will it be a purple sector 2? Of course, we have seen testing recently. The Red Bull in F1 looks very fast for this calendar year. And one person that is looking quite fast here today is Andy Moore. Of course, setting the first lap he set was a provisional P3. But he has invalidated there. Took a little bit too much of the curb. A little bit too much on the exit. Crosses the white lines, and that will be an invalidation lap. Needs to turn off that battery and start harvesting before going for another lap. Or maybe pit for newer, fresher tyres. But while that is happening, let's ride on board with knew that. But here we go then. Demizzi rounds up in our pole position. Second in the front row will be Elite Shots. 4 tenths behind. Jamaican Bacon 4.5 tenths behind in the second row. Leading the second row. Latifi, the Williams teammate, in P4. Dilb on the third row with new season starting soon. But meanwhile, the drivers are on the grid. Now, it will be the lights are lighting up. And it will be 5 lights. And lights out and away they go here in Silverstone. Demizzi will retain the lead. As it looks to be a lot of changing towards the middle. Latifi up a position. There is a yellow flag. That is a Red Bull around. It is going to be Andy Moore. Span around towards the middle of the pack here. There is also going to be an Alpine off track. That will be shredded meats by the looks of it. As we do see there, the car pulled over to the side of the track. Retiring. Unsure the reasoning. Everything is gone. Nothing is working. Says Echo Verus. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But that has allowed. Of course, we have Andy Moore. I haven't really mentioned him much here today. But Andy Moore hasn't really been in much of a race today. He's kind of been in a race of his own. Every time he seems to have caught up to people, they seem to have, once he's got past them, they've drifted away. Of course, being currently sat in P9, 35 seconds ahead of P10, 1.5 seconds behind P8, and P8 is, of course, 16 seconds behind P7. Andy Moore's in his own battle here for P9 or P8, for a P8 finish. Unless, of course, that safety car comes. A lot of these drivers out on track hoping for a safety car. I know for a fact that Jamaican Bacon will be hoping for a safety car. And I believe a lot of the grid as well might even be hoping for a little bit of rain here. The clouds are over Silverstone currently. They are looking a little bit dark. Could the rain be inbound any time now? Is there even rain scheduled? I'm unaware to these facts. Not a great position to lose your car. And that car is going to drop down the order. And it's gone into the pits. It's followed Nova into the pits on, I believe, new hard tyres. Latifi AI having a bit of a mare. But that is going to allow Andy Moore to not only overtake Zonic, which he has done, but potentially overtake Nova and Latifi for a P6. He is going to be ahead coming out of the pits. But now, can he stay ahead? That is the real question. Andy Moore now up into P6. No matter how he does it, he always gets somewhere. Whether it's top 5, whether it's a podium, consistent points. To my knowledge, Andy Moore hasn't actually been outside of the points when he's finished a race. I could be wrong saying that, but to my knowledge, I believe that is how it's been. And Demizzi picks up a 3-second time penalty, which means the only driver left out on track to not pick up a time penalty is going to be the one and only TikTok Verstappen Andy Moore in a race of his own. But I've completely forgot to mention Reese in the Alfa Romeo crosses the line to take P1, to take the race win. Demizzi will cross the line in P2. Dilb will cross the line in P3. But the Jamaican Bacon has managed to get on the podium. Elite Shots will take P5. Andy Moore, only penaltyless driver, will take P6. By the looks of it, not quite close enough to gain from those penalties. But what a race it's been. Reese, domination. Demizzi, domination. Round up finish. Here is our final standing order. Reese in P1. Demizzi finishing in P2. The Jamaican Bacon finishing in P3. Dilb in P4. Elite Shots in P5. Andy Moore finishing in P6. Zonic in P7. Nova in P8, Dr. Mystique in P9, Rodist in P10, starting P13, nice improvement there. Neokyo down in P11, of course, 3 laps behind, will be disqualified for being AI. Shredder Meets in P12, Latifi in P13, Echo Farouz in P14. Those will be our 3 DNFs as well. Shredder Meets Latifi and Echo Farouz. But what a race it has been from those out in front. Tune in tomorrow for Tier 1. Thank you all for watching. And goodbye.